I mean, I feel like you are the story of my life right now
Oh, really?
because suffer with fibroids,
All right.
had a myomectomy a few
Right.
years ago to
Right.
remove them, very large. Like it was like I delivered triplets,
Mm-hmm.
which was crazy when you see the damn picture.
Right.
Okay. Always struggling with skin, acne. Like it'll get under control for a moment of time and then it'll flare up. And over this last year, and I think too, I was like, well, I turned 42. And so, your body is going through this additional change in your life, right? Once again, acne. But you're saying that this comes down to the blood flow.
Yeah.
So how do we get the blood to flow? Because what you said in one of your interviews is that Western medicine focuses on anatomy. Chinese medicine focuses on the person and prevention,
Right.
on people and
Right.
prevention. And so what is it that we're doing or not doing that is keeping the blood stagnant and stuck?
I think the number one thing is if I think about, I had the privilege, we talked about this briefly, I had the privilege of working in West Africa for 5 months when I was studying college in England as a journalist. And the diet there, the traditional diet, whether it's Ghanaian, Nigerian, Senegalese, like Ethiopian, is nothing like what we have here in America, right? Here we add butter, we add extra sugar. I mean, y'all, I love the peach cobbler. That thing is addictive, but like, I do not want to know how much sugar I'm put in that peach cobbler. You know, like the reality is there is a huge diet component. And I think in Western medicine or even in the nutrition space or people who don't necessarily do research or will just say, oh, and Black people is like, you're at a certain age, everyone start getting the same thing. High cholesterol, like, liver problem and heart problem. It's because of their diet. That is only a fraction of the story. You see, the thing is, y'all all love ice.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you love the sugar. And what you don't see is that's all pathological response of a poor digestion. Sweet is the flavor associated with digestion in Chinese medicine. But funnily enough, the stronger your urge is to eat sugar, that means the weaker the digestion is.
Wow.
Also, the weaker your digestion's natural ability of absorbing sugar and carb. So you think about it like, that's why like, oh, I need to look for sugar sometime. That is when you're feeling low in energy.
Yeah.
When that natural digestion is unable to give you, you eat healthy. It's supposed to give you whatever you need, but not so. So why in the middle of the day you're looking for like frantically for chocolate everywhere? Because that is the fastest source your body knows to give you a kick, to give you a boost. It's not so much different from coffee.
Yeah.
But that continues in that cycle. The more eyes you have, let's say if your digestion is like a blender. If I tell you the problem is not necessarily what you put in the blender, but it's the fact that damn knives are not blending.
Yeah.
And there is a wattage problem. You plug it in, it's supposed to give you a high wattage, it's not. Then what we're doing is great. You control what you eat. A lot of my patients before they came to me, they will say like, I'm literally making myself less happy because I'm not eating any of the things I love. You're controlling a fraction of the problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you eat. It's still not blending. The more ice you put in it, the more blockage is going to be. If the knives are rusty, how is it going to blend ice?
You said that if you have this weaker digestion, eating ice, munching on ice is only going to slow it down. It's only going to make it weaker.
Right. What is really the source of power? It is always heat, if you think about it. Electricity, coal, right? They all have to generate heat. In which human Earths we say like that source of power has to be cold? Nowhere. Unless you're one of those, what is called? The ice walkers or whatever they call it from Game of Thrones. But what they are the ultimate baddies. Because the ultimate death is cold. Cold means there is no life. Ooh. And think about that for a second. And then think about the yin and yang. What the Chinese, in Chinese medicine, like we talk about the yin and yang. it has to be a constant moving process of the yin and yang. What happens if you keep dumping ice? That yang gets weakened significantly.
So when we are like out and we say, hey, I love going to get that good ice, because, I know where the good ice is, Chick-fil-A, I know, I see you. Sonic, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you. It's that soft, crunchy ice. It just makes it feel so good on the way down. And you're like, that is like death to the body.
Yeah. And worse, sweet tea. I hate to break it. Yeah. Sorry, everybody listening from Atlanta and the South. Sweet tea. You're sugar heavy, ice heavy.
So those two things, you are just drinking. It's like poison to the body.
There's nothing worse than liquid ice. There is literally nothing worse than liquid ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said something in one of your interviews. This stagnation or this poor digestion, really it's a pathological thing with Black people. So what is it stemming from? Is it stemming from the trauma? Is it stemming from us not expressing ourselves? Is it stemming from us suppressing who we really are? Like, what is it?
I think, like I talk about a relationship between the liver and the digestion, right? Digestion is a sensitive person that you always have to be mindful about. You don't want to disturb them too much. And liver is your hyperactive spice girl, right? It's always going for the gossip. If there is no gossip, they're going to create some gossip. They're constantly building up drama. But liver has a very important role. So they should be proud of it, right? Liver in Chinese medicine not only removes the toxins, right? Like they understand it in Western medicine, it stores the blood. It's also fundamentally is in charge of soothing negative emotions away from your damn body.
Ooh, the liver.
Right. So that's why you have a lot of people say I've been mad this whole time. Why is my rib this side is painful? That's painful is because literally it's the physical reaction of the liver. And when that happens, the liver, when it becomes stagnant, what is it going to do? It's going to try to unstagnate itself. And then in my book, that means two things, and they're both wrong. One is to binge eat because I feel bad. I feel bad. I need to reward myself. I need to binge eat. And you will notice, whenever you binge eat, you never eat anything good. And then it never goes down well. Then you're basically punished by worse constipation or whatever that after, right? You will feel nauseous. You feel barfy. It might come back up. It's just terrible, right? What's the second thing you tend to do? Well, actually, three things. Second thing, you tend to drink.
Yeah.
Because alcohol gives you that source of fast energy. But then alcohol goes through the liver. If this is already stagnating you after your brief, that tequila feels great, you feel awful.
Yeah.
Because digestion has to be the dutiful, whatever, wife who puts up with your bullshit and has to remove the toxins. And it ain't happy. So it can do that. That's why after hitting 30, what happens? That booze make you feel awful for days.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you, over 40, Doc, drinking, it is I am why did I do that to myself?
Yeah.
Because the whole day, the next day, the dutiful wife is over here throwing pots and pans. Hey, Vault family, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, make sure to check out our full interview on our channel at Vault Empowers Talks. We don't just scratch the surface. We dive deep into the lives of some of the world's most influential leaders and change makers. Don't forget to like, to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more inspiring conversations. See you next time.